Hello, welcome to the Concrete Town Hall for August 2025. It is 100 degrees outside and we are chugging along. Just did 2 core releases for the 9 and version 8 branches last week. We've been working on the community site, fixing some weird edge cases with authentication, creating different interfaces in the My Account area, making it easier to manage your license. No huge things, but just kind of little cleanup and bug fixes, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it should be a pretty normal month. Let's check in with Andy and the team, see how things are going, and stay cool out there.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to, before we get to the documentation and GitHub shoutouts for this month, I wanted to introduce the 2 releases that we did last week. That includes 9.4.3, which is the latest stable version of Concrete CMS 9. If you're running 9.4 or 9.3, it's definitely highly recommended that you update. There's some nice improvements there and some bug and security fixes as well. Some of the largest improvements here you might not see if you don't work with our import and export system, but if you do, you will see huge improvements with some of the block types that we use throughout Concrete. There were some edge cases where they may not all import 100% exactly as they export and vice versa. You would typically have to sort of tweak the output a little bit here and there to get things to work perfectly as you imported versus exporting. And Mlocati has put a ton of work in to that system over the last few months. So thank you, Mlocati, especially for that. Many block types that didn't properly report their file usage to the dashboard file details page was also a part of that. He's just really going through and cleaning up some things that didn't work as well as they could have, and he's really making them really kind of getting the last 10% on a lot of those systems. So thank you so much, Mlocati. And 8521 is a maintenance release for the 8.5 branch. If you are running 8.5, it is highly recommended that you update as well. There are some minor bug fixes and a couple behavioral improvements, and some of the security updates that we put into 9.4.3 were also backported for 8.5.2.1. So definitely not a ton there that's new, but if you're running a legacy site, it is recommended that you upgrade, and it should be a very smooth upgrade process as well. So this month, thank you so much to Mlocati for submitting documentation, as well as code, of course, and as well in GitHub. Thank you to Dan Klassen, Bitplobice, Hishi, Masuva, Bloody Iron, BH, Willis, Morier, Z Partikov, Pixel Hero Media, Euler42, John the Fish, and Jiro NZ. Thank you to everyone who keeps GitHub humming along, and we couldn't do it without you, without every one of you. So thank you so much. And finally, I wanted to do an issue spotlight. I almost wanted to go through the Mlocati issue that I did I'm not sure, I think it was last month, where I went through that import-export issue that made it into 9.4.3. But since we already did that one, I thought I would highlight kind of a smaller scale issue. In that one had hundreds of changed files and took a long time to review. This one is, by contrast, a much sort of more modest, a simpler issue. But honestly, if this is a part of Concrete that you use, it will be you'll find it much appreciated. And I think those types of improvements are things that we should always strive to do, because it makes our software, just a little bit nicer to use day to day. So this is from Masuva, submitted on my birthday. So thank you for that, Masuva. All this does is add a link to the RSS feeds in the dashboard that lets you preview the feed. So you click it, it takes you in and lets you see the output. And it's a small thing, but without that, actually, practically speaking, it's kind of it was kind of an oversight to not be able to easily get the output of that feed for debugging and, just any number of reasons. So thank you, Masuva, for that. And thank you to everyone who submits pull requests to Concrete. You are all responsible for making it better, and we couldn't do it without you. So thanks again to everyone, and we'll see you again next month.
I'm John the Fish, and welcome to the Marketplace News. For the last few months, we've seen a trend in login and registration assisting add-ons, and for my colleague Noor, here is Stealthy Login and Register. Stealthy Login and Register hides the usual login and registration URLs between secret URLs that you configure in the dashboard, and any attempt to log in other than through those URLs gets bounced. There's more to it than that. There's options for blacklisting persistent offenders, where failed logins get bounced to, and how in-site links for login and registration are structured. Stealthy Login and Register is $35 in the marketplace. The first of two themes this month is Simple Theme by Fabian Bitter. Simple Theme is a single page theme designed for pretty much anything you want to do with a single page. Here Fabian is advertising the Fabian record collection. Simple Theme is $25 in the marketplace. Also by Fabian Bitter is Portfolio Theme. Portfolio Theme is a multi-page theme designed for presenting a personal portfolio or resume. Portfolio Theme is $40 in the marketplace. That's all from me, so over to Noor for the rest of the news.
Thank you, John, and hello all. Our next package is File Storage for S3 by Fabian Bitter. The Concrete CMS lets you select an alternate file storage location if available, and this package lets you store your files in an Amazon S3 bucket. It is straightforward to use. You just provide your bucket details and it's connected and ready to use. This package is $65 in the marketplace. Still by Fabian Bitter, we also have Shortcodes, a flexible package for automated text replacement on your website. Simple example, you can define a year shortcode and it will get replaced with the current year and will get updated automatically. The package also lets you use dynamic replacement rules based on an event's result or a specific piece of PHP code, so the possibilities are endless. Shortcodes is $25 in the marketplace. Our next package is Customizable CountUp by Gary Brown. This package adds a block you can add to any page to display a count up from a value to a higher one. It gives you plenty of styling options with control over text styling, background color, corner radius, etc. It's simple and efficient and costs $16 in the marketplace. And finally, we have Login Codes by Web Instinct. This package adds a new authentication type to your website that will allow your members to log in with a code sent to their email address. This makes it easier to log in by not requiring a password. Very simply, on the login page, right below the normal username and password fields, you'll get a button to request a code. Provide an email and, if registered, get a code to log in. You can also choose to block IP addresses running too many attempts. Quick to set up and easy to use. Login Codes is $20 in the marketplace. And that's all for this month. Enjoy the rest of your summer, be safe, and see you next month.
I found an interesting one called GFI Software. It's a mid-sized company and security firm. They have an interesting menu here where you can start with search. At the bottom here it says we're redefining navigation paradigms. So let's find what this company is all about. Are you about? Let's see what they say. It's thinking their software leader, their mission statement, and then they give a product list. Let's see what happens next. We'll accept cookies because I can't see the bottom. Oh, then it brings us back to normal. So if we wanted to ask another question up here, or we can see the winners of their cool partnership. So this is a pretty cool, different looking site using AI straight away right at the beginning, which I thought was pretty cool and different.
All right, well, thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the updates from the team. And we will see you in September. Bye.